Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with another transfer news update video. We did a great live show on over the weekend on Sunday, and I thought I'd just drop in and cover out the latest Villa transfer rumours. It hasn't been there hasn't been too much over the last couple of days, but one or two little rumours circling about, and obviously we're waiting with bated breath for the Pau Torres confirmation. Romano said that all the documents have been signed; they're just waiting for him to come across and do the official photos and the interview and stuff. So hopefully that either happens today or tomorrow. I'm sure it will happen this week. But yeah, one or two other little rumours circulating and one or two players that could be moving on. Before we do get on with the show, though, as always, we just a quick reminder: we're on the road to 2K. We're very, very close to 1900 and surpassing that. So fantastic support for us over the last months and particularly the last few weeks, which is just the growth of the channel has been incredible. So do please smash that like button, help us continue to spread the word of the channel, and hit that subscribe button and help us on the road to 2K. We want to get there before the season starts and even beyond. Even beyond 2K. So your support has been incredible. So please do continue that. And if you do want to become a member, it's just $1.99 a month, and we have got a special competition running at the moment. We are going to announce the winners, so our current members will be involved. But you've got a week or so to join. It's just $1.99, and you'll be included in a members-only prize draw to win a full set of the Aston Brewing Company beer mats. Celebrating some Villa legends and some current Villa players. So hit that join button for just $1.99 a month and get your name in the hat for the draw. So, a couple of rumours circulating of players coming in. Obviously, it's no secret we need a wide forward and potentially two. And the latest name to be linked is Wilfried Gnonto of Leeds. Italy under 21 international. I'm not sure if he's played full international yet, but kind of burst on the scene last season. Had a bit of a purple patch throughout the middle of the season for Leeds and did very well. And had a good game, a good matchup at Villa Park against Ashley Young. Both players, did well. Young acquitted himself very well against Gnonto, and Gnonto kind of, sometimes got the better of Ashley Young, and he's very tricky, very fast, a lot of potential. I wouldn't say he's anywhere near the finished article yet. I think he did dip towards the end of the season, and I don't think managerial changes at Leeds helped him in terms of getting himself in the first team. But yeah, could be one that we do take a look at. If you look at his kind of heat map here, he's predominantly down the left. He's right-footed, so likes to cut in on his right. Would that be an area that Emery would use him, or would he use him specifically down the right to go outside his man? 24 games played last season. Had started 14. Not too bad for a 19-year-old, but like I say, towards the end of the season, he did suffer a little bit for the change of management. 2 goals scored last season in the Premier League. One inside, one outside of the box. I think the outside of the box was a cracking effort. 4 assists, which isn't too bad for his age. Passing accuracy at 77%, and 70% in the opposition half. Obviously likes to take players on. Accurate chip passes 38%, accurate long balls 20%. I'm not too sure, in terms of that level, how good that is. And ground duels 144, aerial duels one. Obviously, heading is not his strength. Successful dribbles 33% per game, so does like to try and take players on. Does he need to up that a little bit? Is he a little bit inconsistent? If I compare him with Leon Bailey, obviously Leon Bailey being a more experienced player does outscore him on quite a few of these areas, technically, attacking and creatively. And Gnonto's slightly stronger in the defensive capabilities. Obviously, that's Leeds in terms of the way that they play. They like their wingers to get back in really quickly. So has got a disciplined nature about him. Obviously would be more of a potential in terms of what you're buying. Has had Premier League experience, but I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Wilfried Gnonto. Does he go ahead of like a Harvey Barnes? Does he go ahead of a Brennan Johnson if reports to be believed that we're interested in those guys? You guys let me know in the comments, but interesting nonetheless, and I'm sure he will go somewhere because he's quite a highly rated young player. Another player I can't say I know too much about is Teun Koopmeiners. I've seen it linked on Twitter. I don't know if it's a bit of a spurious link, but he plays for Atalanta, midfielder, and again, one who is looking like I think he was attracting interest from Liverpool and one or two others in the Premier League. So obviously our name gets linked. So I thought, why not? Why not do the little check on him? Now, looking at this, I mean, his stats are fantastic for last season in Serie A. 33 games played, 10 goals, which is fantastic. It was 6 goals from inside of the box, 4 from outside of the box, left foot, right foot, headers, 4 assists. So, I mean, looking at these statistics, you're looking at like a really, really effective player in terms of statistics. Passing accuracy in own half 85%, opposition half 69%. Obviously, looking to play, balls through by the looks of it and threatening passes. So, very, very looks like a very good player. 56% of successful dribbles, 62% aerial duels won, 49% total duels won. And looking at his heat map, that's quite a similar one to a Tyler Adams. Now, maybe he's not as all action because obviously looking at the outputs, he's got a lot better in terms of outputs. But looking at that heat map, it looks like he's all over the pitch. Done a comparison with Douglas Luiz and fairly similar in all capabilities. I think attacking wise, Koopmeiners and creativity, he's better and slightly better technically. Very similar tactically, and Luiz is better in the total defensive area. So again, a player who you would be looking at as not only maybe potentially upgrading that midfield, but giving us a lot of strength in depth. But I've not heard anything other than one or two things on Twitter that our kind of name has been put into the frame. But looking at this, he looks like a very, very good player. So if you guys in the comments can let me know a little bit more about him, how concrete are the links, and would we need to shift players on to get someone of his caliber in, and how much would he add to our squad? And also another one that's reared its head again, and obviously this was the talk of January transfer window, is Matteo Guendouzi. Now a lot of our viewers have been convinced that we were going to sign him, and he would potentially be our first signing of the summer, and it's not materialized. And one or two rumors have come out that he wants to stay at Marseille. He wasn't really. He was talking to Villa in January, but the deal couldn't be done, and now he's kind of had a change of heart. Now it seems like, again, according to one or two things on Twitter, it seems like we're back in for him for again sort of 25 million euro fee. We've obviously talked about Guendouzi quite a lot and done a little profile on him. Again, heat map across the pitch, likes to get about the pitch. Playmaker, long balls being one of his strengths. He can play attacking midfield, centre midfield, defensive midfield. So he's got a real kind of versatility about him. 33 games played. I don't think he had his best season this season for Marseille. Only his 2 goals. And 4 assists, which the assist isn't bad, but maybe you'd want a better goal return, depending on the position in the pitch that he was playing. Passing accuracy has been good though, 88%, 93% in his own half, and 84% in the opposition half. And the volume of passing in the opposition half is very good. 73% accuracy of long balls and 75% accuracy of chip passes, which is pretty good as well. So you can see those strengths in terms of opening up play, and maybe switching play and setting up attacks on the opposite wing. Ground duels, 55% is pretty good as well. Like, as we all know, likes to put his foot in. So is he again back on the scene? Comparisons again with Luiz, slightly different here to Koopmeiners. Creatively, Guendouzi is stronger, attacking very similar, technically again very similar but slightly better. Luiz, he's better tactically. So there's again similarities to their abilities. Luiz, as I say, slightly better in terms of creativity, slightly better in terms of technique, but tactically, maybe Guendouzi just edges. And again, are we getting a player who would come in and not only strengthen that midfield, but it gives us greater option to play different players in the Premier League, different players in the Conference League, different players in the cup competitions, and give us real squad depth. So We know that Emery likes to have, used 4, maybe even 5 midfielders in the game. It's looking like we needing these type of midfielders to play, and ones that can get about the pitch. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Koopmeiners is a new one. Is Guendouzi back on? It's going to be interesting to see. Now, obviously, to bring 1 or 2 of these players in, we certainly need to look at getting players out, and obviously with Steven Gerrard going to the Saudi League with, I think it's Etifak, the club. Now it's again, Coutinho has been rumoured of reuniting with Steven Gerrard over there. For me personally, it's a little bit of a difficult one, because I can see Coutinho, training in pre-season. I can see how he would fit into Emery's style, give us that something a little bit different, something a little bit extra. He started to play really well in that time period. He scored against Arsenal. Got the goal disallowed against Leicester, and was playing really, really well, and can give us maybe that little X factor. But he's always, one tackle away from getting injured, and he's not getting any younger, and those niggly injuries that come in, stop him from playing for a couple of weeks. He gets back fit, he plays a game, then he gets injured again. And can we rely on that in a tough season in the Premier League and hopefully a European campaign? So for me, it would be, cut our losses, take the money. I know Barcelona look for 50% of the transfer fee. And yeah, if an offer comes in from the Saudi League, which hopefully would be quite lucrative for both parties, for Villa and for Coutinho, then I think we'd be silly not to take it on board, especially with some of the players that we are getting linked with. But it is a shame, because I do think if we do decide to keep him and he can stay fit, I think he would be a real game changer for us after having a full pre-season. And then we are open to offers for Leander Dendonker, who again has been, a bit of a stop-start time with Villa. Been fairly solid when he's come in. Has played 1 or 2 really good games. I think the Brentford home game. I think the Newcastle home game. Certain games he is very, 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 very effective for us. And have to hope that someone else is coming in, because we need that cover in that area and that physicality in that area for certain games. I'm thinking of like the likes of Crystal Palace, 1 or 2 other teams. Burnley, I know Burnley have changed their style, but there's Brentford, very physical sides, very big sides, and sometimes having someone like a Dendonker in that side and can help us, particularly defending set pieces, attacking set pieces, and just giving us that presence in midfield. So yeah, he's a useful player, but again, if you can get 12, 15 million back for him, then it's certainly not to be sniffed at. And maybe he wants to have a look at an Bonham, or 1 or 2 other young players in there, and see if they can kind of fill that void. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. You guys, let me know, as I say, in the comments. Would you be open to Coutinho and Dendonker staying or going? Guendouzi, Koopmeiners, Gnonto coming in. Who do you think we have the best chance of? Which one would you like to see coming in? And hopefully we can confirm Pau Torres very, very soon. Thank you for watching. As I say before, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, help us on the way to 2K. And if you want to become a member for just $1.99 and join our competition to win the fantastic beer mats from Aston Brewing Company, then please just hit that join button. But that's it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. Please all enjoy the rest of your day, and as always, remember, we all follow the Villa. Thanks, everyone.